Good snowball snow. At least I got that. As you can see by the droplets on my terribly cracked clear coat, the hood of my car, it is still raining, sort of snowing. It was snowing this morning, and we have quite a few trees down because even though it wasn't quite the ice storm that we had a week and a half ago, it is still quite the amount of heavy snow here. So, for example, here's my raised bed. Well, so much for that. Got some nice trees down right across it. Some other large branches down over here on the compost pile. We'll see what else got taken down in the woods. About 3/4 of the state of Maine was without power for a day or two there. I think a lot of them are still recovering. But yeah, it's some really wet, heavy stuff. I mean, it was stuck to the sides of all these trees all the way up. Obviously, it's not anymore. You can still see some sections that are, but for the most part, it's starting to melt off because it's like 40, 45 degrees out, super hot. T-shirt weather here. And I'm gonna go down and see what the river's like. My tree house that's kind of falling apart. Ooh. You can't really tell how steep this is on camera, but it is pretty steep. I mean, you slide right down the hill when you step. Spring is here, which means the snow fleas are out. If you take a very nice close look at the snow, you'll see all these little creatures jumping around. Let's see if we zoom in a bit here. Oh yeah, look at them go. A lot of people don't know about these things. Kind of gross. This is the moss rock here, you can see. And here's my first bridge across the wetlands. And let's go check out the other bridge. Oh, we got a tree down across the trail. So that's new. That one there got uprooted, looks like. Just go around that real quick. Yeah, I see the grass is still trying to poke through here. Trying to grow. But it is a lot more water than there was previously. Let's go check out the dam. Ooh. Right. This is my new trail here. Oh yeah. Ooh. Let's try not to step down in there. All right. A little slippery here. Ooh, what the heck? Oh, that's very slippery. All right. Watch out. A lot of, I can't tell if it's just slush or frazzle ice. It's almost like frazzle ice filling this area here. Pretty cool. Wow. That's some pretty high water. That's probably the highest I've ever seen it in person. You can see this entire area over here is completely flooded across all the logs. So that tree's down. That's a new one. That wasn't there before. Okay, this tree is starting to fall too. Look at that. I mean, this was not down here before. This thing was, I mean, you see where it's standing. It was straight up, and now it's bending all the way over where I am currently. So that's a new one. I wonder, that doesn't look like it's gonna right itself. A lot of times when you get the really heavy snow, they'll bend over and then they'll straighten back up. But this is pretty extreme. I don't think that's gonna straighten itself back up again. Oh, yeah, that's dead. So that thing is definitely coming down pretty soon here. Wow. Yep, that's a new one. Every storm, there's a new tree down. See, some slush section there, which means there's probably water flowing underneath right there. And wow, wow. Gee, that's a lot of water. Take a look at that. Wow. All the way across. And there. You look up further. It's about 4 inches of water over the log. You see my sticks here trying to start building the dam. I mean, if you look down the river, it's another log. That log is also almost being overflowed, which is not normal. Normally that one is completely above the surface of the water, especially summertime. There's quite a bit of foam forming over there as well. You see, this is snow, but down here that's foam. You can kind of see how these rivers start getting overgrown because further upstream, it's all just bushes in the river, constantly across everywhere. You couldn't paddle down it if you wanted to. When I was a kid, 10, 12 years old, we used to ice skate up the river when it was frozen in the winter, and there weren't those bushes across. And we didn't have to do any bushwhacking. They were just clear before, and the undergrowth came up. You get a couple big trees that fall down, and it clears up some light, and then you get these trees growing on the edges, and the winter storm will come and bend them all over into the river. And you can see that this thing is already growing significant vertical shoots off of the trunk. You can't really tell, can you? Let me zoom in a little more. See that? Those vertical shoots coming up from it being bent over. And now it's going to start taking over the entire river here, almost reaching with the tree coming from the other side. I haven't seen this area under this log here, this fallen tree. I haven't seen this moist in a very long time. It's probably been 5 years since I've seen this flooded under here, which is pretty crazy. All the way through. All the way through. Wow. I mean, this is just sketchy a little bit, but that is just a lot of water flowing. Pretty impressive. Ooh, oh, ow, ow. That kind of let go, and I fell back with my butt on this, which was quite sharp. Ow. All right, time to get out of here. That's what that means. Ooh, that felt real good. It's one way to wake you up. All right. I mean, it's crazy. You can see this is an island now. All the way, water flows all the way around it. The only way to get across would be to climb on those fallen trees. And in the middle, you have the biggest tree in this area on the island. And a couple fallen ones over there. Wow. You can see the vernal pools right on the side of the river, which a lot of frogs, peepers grow in there, and then end up following the river, the brook, down to some ponds in the future. So, yeah. It's kind of hard to tell, but we did get, well, the potential of 24 inches of snow. It didn't work out that way, of course, because, well, it melted so quickly. But we did have the potential for 24 inches of snow. In the mountains, they definitely got that. Let's follow the other path across here through the trees. Yeah, wow, you can see it's all flooded. So we did have, I don't know, close to 18 inches at one point that we had to clear yesterday. Of course, it was still snowing this morning, but we didn't bother clearing it because, well, as you can see, it's already so melted. There's only about 3 to 6 inches, I'd say. Maybe 2 to 6. It's just going down so quickly. Here's one of my first bridges that I bushwhacked. There's a really old video on my channel of when I first got my machete. And I cut this path through here, which is now fallen in, and built a bridge right here. And it's clearly disintegrated over the years, but there's a couple logs left. Most of it's right there. But this gets you across to here, which, again, everything is bent over under the weight. But you can see how this quickly takes over the entire river and starts smelling boggy. It's typically shrews and small frogs and things in here in the summer. But a couple alder trees. You can see the mini pine cones. I think that's alder, I believe. Maybe it's aster. No, it's alder, definitely. Yeah. Lots of rat nests of trees there. Oop, big branch just fell behind me. This area here is typically a peninsula that goes all the way out to there and then around. And you can see it's completely flooded. Well, that's all I've got for the aftermath of this storm today. Maybe I'll ski down this. I think that'd be pretty fun to do a ski run down here through the snow. Lots of New England skiing. Forgot to mention the date. Usually I say that at the beginning of the video, but it is currently Friday, April 5th. The storm was really severe on Wednesday to Thursday, I suppose, was really when it came in. And this is what we're left with. You can actually see the solar panels on the other side of the river there. If you really strain your eyes and zoom in, you can see right there the top of them. And over here, bottom of them, right across. Yeah. The solar panel farm there that they don't maintain and don't, even though it's brand new, they have not mowed underneath it at all. So you have bushes growing up taller than the panels and shading them, which is great for efficiency. And it's just a bummer. Oh, wow. That is slippery stuff. Wow. Just wiped me out right there. Yeah, April 4th is pretty late for our last big winter storm, but this winter came in like a lamb out like a lion. That's kind of how it went. So here we are. Hopefully this is the last of it and they let us have springtime now.